Hi, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to make apple ambrosia. And you know, one of the things that I remember as a child and growing up, the things I loved about Christmas was the ambrosia. The oranges and the pineapple and everybody has their own recipe. My aunt always made the ambrosia. She put some grapefruit in hers as well as coconut and cherries, and who knows, because she's the only one that made it. Well, today we're making apple ambrosia. It is not a Christmas ambrosia. It's an everyday or every week or a food rotation item that it's no problem to make. So I'm going to make it for you. Now, the recipe calls for a cup of orange juice, which I've already put in this bowl, and 3 sweet apples, such as Red Delicious. Well, and you have to grate them up. Take this peel off. I didn't quite get all the peel off, but I don't mind that little red peeking through. But I went ahead and grated 2 of them. I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to grate the 3rd one. And you just use the big side of the grater. Get it into that orange juice as fast as you can, because they start to turn dark. And that's one thing you don't want. And you can tell when you get to the hard part of the apple, it just grates differently. You know when you've reached it, so just turn your apple around and grate till you come to that point. Turn it again and just go on around your apple like that. They said to core the apple. Well, I don't see any point. When you know when you're at the hard part of the apple, why bother? Why bother to core it? There's no point. So I don't. I've made this several times just to have with a meal, and it's just so good. You know, it's as good as that painstakingly Christmas ambrosia that my aunt always complained about making, but she always brought it because it was so tedious. She hated it. So then, this is going to be a little delicate here because all I've got is this paper plate. And you see what size of the grater to use, the big hole side. So, I'm going to get it out from the inside. And carefully, because I can be such a klutz at times. Carefully try to get this in the bowl. So it's gonna, there we go. Yay. Ooh boy, I really got my use out of this little paper plate. Alright, I'm going to set the plate aside and I'm going to put the grater on it. Wiping my hands off here. Okay. Now, let me get this mixed in before it starts turning brown, which it already had. I mean, it's so quick. That's why as you grate, go ahead and put it into the orange juice. The next thing that's going to go in is 8 ounces of crushed pineapple, juice and all. Dump it in, get it mixed up. And the original recipe called for a half a cup of frozen coconut thawed. I didn't have any. So you just use what you have on hand. I had regular coconut. Here's a half a cup. Pour it in. That is it. Pour in the coconut. Get it stirred up in there. And this is just a medium-sized bowl. Let me get you focused here. Medium-sized bowl. I like to use spatulas because they don't clank as much. Somehow I didn't end up with one today. Alright. The last thing to go in is 1/4 cup of sugar. And you just get that all mixed up and put it in the refrigerator until you're ready to serve it, you know, so it'll get cold. I got my apples out of the refrigerator and the orange juice, so it's pretty cool already. I could probably eat it right now. Another thing is that as this sits, even in the fridge, the apples will continue to absorb the orange juice. So you just replenish that orange juice from time to time to keep it as juicy as you would like. So that's all there is to it. I got me a little bowl over here so I can try some of it. I wouldn't want y'all to miss that. So this is an everyday ambrosia that's simple to make. You don't have to wait till Christmas and go through the big ordeal when you can have this every day. In fact, I would even have it on Christmas. It's so much easier. So what goes in, I'm going to repeat the recipe. 1 cup of orange juice. It's better with orange juice with pulp, but use whatever you have. 3 ripe sweet apples, like Red Delicious. You peel and core if you choose, and grate them on this grater, on this type grater with the larger holes. Grate them, put them into the cup of orange juice. Add an 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple, 1/2 cup of grated coconut, frozen or whatever you have, and 1/4 cup of sugar. And that is it, folks. That's all there is to it. Here's my little bowl. I managed to spill some orange juice in there. Actually, I like more orange juice than what's left in here, so I'm going to add a little more. I love orange juice. So here is my spoon and my taste. You're going to love it. Test out your sugar, and you may want a little more or a little less, you know, depending on your taste. Well, thank you for coming back into my kitchen tonight and spending part of your day with me. Until next time, see you again.